Hello and welcome back to Time Flies. I have something a little bit different for you today. Now I know I always say I have something a little bit different for you today, but today I have got something a little bit different for you. And we're going to be looking at a digital watch today. Now I'm not a huge fan of digital watches, but there was one watch that I really wanted in my collection for some time, so I purchased it. But you know, when I put it on my wrist, as much as I like the design, it just didn't scratch the itch. There was something about it that I didn't quite enjoy. Now I'm a fan of tool watches, of military watches, and today, for example, I'm wearing the Citizen ProMaster Tough. It's actually on a helm strap like that. It's nice and rugged, but it has some weight to it, and that's what I like. So the digital watch that we're going to look at today is this one. Now we all know and love it as the Casio Royale. Now I do like the design of this, which is why I bought it. I like the layout, I like the functions on it. I think it's just a great looking watch. But when I put it on my wrist, it just didn't feel right. And that's primarily down to the fact that the case on this is resin. And you can see that it's resin, it has the seam marks there. And there's no denying it, whether you love it or hate it, that the bracelet is very jangly. You know, you can hear it, you can feel it when you wear it. And that's not, I'm not dissing the watch, don't get me wrong. If you wear one of these, then, you know, great. You know, you might actually prefer the lightweightness of the resin case and the maybe lighter, let's put it that way, metal strap. But for me, didn't really do it for me. So I was really interested to find some information about a company called SKXMOD. Now they produce what they say are a straightforward modifications that you can do to your digital watch that will give you, their tagline, not mine, the opportunity to build your dream watch. So I contacted SKXMOD, mentioned that I was interested in doing a review. They didn't send me this for free, so complete clarity here. I did have to pay for this, but they did give me a little bit of discount. But it was this. It's the, let's get it into shot here. It's the mod kit for the Casio Royale watch. So I thought it may be interesting. Maybe like me, you've never done a watch mod before. I never have. I thought it might just be interesting to do a live modification video to see how difficult or how easy it is, and see what it comes out like, what the difference is between the Royale in its natural designed format and what it looks like when it's modified. So stick around, I'll unpack all the parts and we'll take a look and we'll do this together. Obviously, as always, any questions, please feel them to leave them in the comments below. And if you would be good enough to like or subscribe to the channel, that really does help. For instance, when I'm contacting companies like SKXMOD, the more subscribers I have, the more likely they are to send watches. I'm not looking to get free stuff. You know, I'm happy to send those watches back, but I am looking to do the reviews that I hope you guys want to watch. So let's get on with this. Yeah, and let's clear the table. Okay, so there's lots of ways that you can purchase from SKXMOD. You can buy the case for the watch, you can buy the strap for the watch, you can buy the back for the watch, you can buy all as a complete kit. And I'll leave the links below. Talking of links below, if you would please hit the like button or subscribe, that will really help me, especially when approaching companies like SKXMOD. It just gives a bit more credence to the channel and they're more likely to either provide some discount or send me a loan watch to review. But anyway, so once it's out of the box, this is what we get. Now, I haven't unpacked this yet. This is the first time I'm seeing it and that you're seeing it. Okay, so it comes with some tools. Let's put those to one side. What else we got? Yeah, so there's three different screwdrivers there and a pair of tweezers. What else have we got here? This looks like something for removing the links, I'm guessing, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. And then let's get this stuff out of here, and I can get this out of the way. Put that over there. Move those out of the way. So I went for it looks to me to be bead blasted. So there is the case. Let's take the cover off. Now, there is some serious weight to this. So this is cast aluminium. It has a bead blasted finish. Now these blue parts on the button pushers there, they're just protection. They will come off. It has sapphire glass, and the sales pitch on the website says that this is scratch resistant. So it's bead blasted and then coated to protect the surface. So even that has some nice weight to it. Just a couple of difference between, let's get into shot here, between the original and the mod. Let me zoom this in a little bit. There we go. As you can see, obviously here on the original, you've got Illuminator sort of embossed with black text there and world time above it. Well, that is an option when you purchase this, but you can either purchase it with that text printed in black, or you can have it sort of engraved, embossed. I went the engraved version. Now you'll notice that this says Illumination and this one says Illuminator. That's purely down to the copyright, I understand. But I went to as close as I can to the original. Let's zoom back out again. I'm having some trouble getting this into shot. So I went for as close as I can to the original. A little bit darker in colour, but a lot more weight. But one thing I really do not like, let's put this out of shot a second and move this out of the way, is the strap. Now, again, I haven't peeled much of this off. Take a look. But look at that lovely, I don't know if you can zoom in on it, that lovely bead blasted finish. For those of you who watched the channel before, you know I'm a big fan of bead blasted watches. I really feel it adds to that tall utilitarian feel to the watch. Anyway, let's put that to one side. So you'll also get obviously spring bars in there and the seals. Sorry, spring bars in there and the seals for the watch. And I also purchased a different case back. Now you can use the original. You can take the one off the back of the watch that you're taking the workings from. But I went for this one. It's actually, they have a sort of a little tagline on the website that the more you buy, the cheaper it is. And actually adding this to the order didn't come out very much more expensive. So let's just take the cover off there. So this is titanium case back. It has the Royale there. It also has the specs of the watch and the models that it would work on. Yeah, I just thought it was a nice touch. It wasn't very much, something like about $20, I think, about sort of £15 to add it to the order. I just think, you know, while you're doing it, why not? It had to come all the way from China, so I don't want to order it again at a later date. But like I said, you could just fit the rear of the original watch instead. But there you go. Okay, so that's all the parts. Let's set that aside. I'm going to get myself organized and then we'll come back and we'll start taking these things apart. Okay, so let's just go through the tools that I think I'm going to need for this. So I've got a spring bar tool. Obviously got the screwdrivers and the tweezers that came from SKXMOD. Have a cleaning cloth. Now, because I'm older and my eyesight isn't so good, have a pair of magnifying glasses. Actually, let's move all this out of the way a moment. I also have, now when you're doing this kind of work, I've read that you can buy a putty that you can use to make sure that you clean the inside of the glass well of the watch. I don't have any of that, but I do have some tack cloths. Now these are used for removing dust before painting, so I'm figuring that those are going to be fine too. Okay, so that's everything. Let's just get on with the mod. Okay, so I probably made that look a lot harder than it actually was. But here it is. Didn't take very long at all, probably maybe 10 minutes. A couple of things I think I would do differently. I wouldn't use the tack cloth. That wasn't a good idea. Not because it made any marks or anything, but you didn't need it. So I wouldn't go and buy one of those if you haven't already got one. Just using the soft cloth was fine, just to polish it. There wasn't any dust anywhere. Maybe a blower, little puffer blower would be a better idea. Yeah, there it is. I actually think that looks really, really nice. Has some nice weight to it. I'm loving this bead blasted sort of dull matte finish to it. And knowing that that's sapphire crystal, that it's not going to scratch easy, that's just a real winner. Let me just pop that on my wrist for you. I obviously haven't sized the bracelet just yet, but there it is. Can we zoom in without it getting in too close? There we are. I think that looks great, and this is going to be one that, yeah, it's definitely going to get some wrist time. Oops, just out of focus there. Let's try and get that focus. There you go. Okay, let me size this and do a couple of decent shots for you. Okay, so here it is sized to fit my just over 7-inch wrist. You know, this I took 6 links out of the strap, so I'd imagine, you know, anything up to a, what's that, 8-inch, just over 8-inch wrist, you should be fine with this. It's a pretty long strap. The strap was so easy to size. The links are screw-in, and they just came out really easy with the provided screwdrivers. No fiddling, no faffing. Came apart really well. And I think you agree that that looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice. I'm really pleased with that, how that's come out. You see that nice dull strap, nice matte finish to it. As you can see, it looks pretty similar to the original, but it does have that weight to it. And knowing that that sapphire glass is in place, and feeling that weight, yeah, I really like that. So all in all, a really easy mod to do. I'm not going to say I'm going to do another one because, as I mentioned earlier, digital watches are not really my thing. I do like this one, but yeah, not really my thing outside of that. But if you're thinking of doing one, if you like the Casio Royale, then I'd say go for it. I have no complaints. The thing arrived quickly in the post. Probably took about just over 10 days to arrive from China, which is pretty good. The tools were good quality. I really have no complaints. There you go.